Three, 2, 1. Welcome, guys, to the newest episode of the Gaming for Fools podcast. I'm here with my co-host Eric, aka Nice Slash.
Oh,
What's up, guys? It's been a week, 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's been. Probably a month, and we're here to cover you bi-monthly on everything going on in the gaming industry. Mostly PlayStation centric, but we talk about the important details. So, Eric, let me know what have you been playing in the past month?
what I've been playing?
Yeah, man, what you been playing?
All I've been playing, to be honest, is lately. I've been in the mood to play a different fighting game, so I've been playing like Street Fighter a lot.
Hmm.
Um, I, I feel like that's. I was playing Ghost of Tsushima for a bit, but I started getting addicted to Street Fighter again. So I plan on getting back into that in a bit. But yeah, that's basically what I've been playing for the most part. I finished Last of Us 2, but I'm pretty sure I already said that before. Um,
I think
but yeah, at the moment I'm just playing Street Fighter.
interesting. So I've been playing mostly Last of Us 2. I've been playing a lot of Far Cry. I'm pretty much at the 95% completion right now, at least in terms of story, the mainline story. I still have to do the two DLCs. I still have to do like these special missions in the game that they're not necessarily side missions, but they're like co-op experiences that you have. It's mandatory to be co-op, whether it be someone in your friends list or someone online, and they're very like self-centric, goal-centric. So you have to have someone who has an IQ above a single digit to beat, and they're really good. But that's been a good time. But I've been playing The Last of Us 2 quite a bit. I'm probably about 20 hours in. Loving the game. I'm not gonna give an initial like in-depth review because I want to do root introspection with you, like formally, like in a separate
Yeah,
episode.
just wait till you're done with the game for sure.
That'll be a separate episode because that'll be like at least an hour of us like just taking apart the game, the writing,
Yeah,
story.
the last time we did God of War, and I felt like that we went on for like a while.
Yeah, I was like probably an hour and a half, our longest episode to date. So we'll see how long this introspection will be. But I did start watching The Last of Us on HBO. I saw about the first, I want to say like first 50 minutes of the first episode. Very, very good. Pedro Pascal, he does such a great Joel. Even down to the accent, it's not cliche, it's not overdone. It's just right at the right sweet spot. It's like believable. It's really good. He's a great actor. I haven't seen too much of Ellie, but her first couple of lines were fucking killer. Made me laugh, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, she might be a little weird looking, but let's see where it fucking goes, dude.
I feel you.
and
Uh,
uh, I'm liking it. I do have a tiny little gripe with the show. I don't know if it's just like my weird brain, but I feel like the game so far, the games have been more cinematic than the show has. Like I'm just watching the cinematography, the shots, like the depth of focus, all these things, and I don't know why, but I get a hunch that the games are more cinematic than the show is, which it should technically be flipped, but it's not. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm thinking too much about it, but it's just the impression I have so far. I'm only like 70% through the first episode. The episodes are an hour and 20. At least this episode is. It's an hour and
yeah,
20.
I was waiting for the season 10 for
It's
me to
pretty much
just
done.
binge through it. Yeah,
It's pretty much done.
now it's done. So now I can get back in. I can watch it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like waiting. I
No.
was just like, let me just wait till everything's done for me to binge it.
I'm gonna sub to HBO, watch the entire season, and then unsubscribe. Oh, you know what? That could be the fucking free trial, dude. That's like 3 weeks. I could do that. That's easy.
Yeah, you can do that.
but the episodes are, I heard, about an hour minimum, so that's a lot of time to invest. I don't know how many episodes there are, but that's a lot of time. It's like we're
But
talking
I
eight.
mean, it's like one of the best shows out right now. Like it's like usually like every episode with like getting good reviews. So
I mean,
yeah,
the source material is already so fucking great. It's one of the best stories ever told
yeah.
in the
They
game.
just have to they just have to copy it.
Exactly, they can't fuck it up. Like it would be really hard to fuck up the Last of Us
No,
adaptation. You know?
I wouldn't say it's hard.
Well,
You know, fucking Hollywood will always find a way like to fuck some shit up.
true, but I do know that HBO is known for like high quality stuff. So
Yeah, that's what I've been realizing about their shit. They have a lot of high quality stuff.
I heard that Netflix has a lot of like hit or misses. Like, dude, like, look, oh god, look at this recently. The Resident Evil show, dude. I didn't make it past the second episode. The reason is the show was just fucking awful, terrible. The sh-
I never got around to
don't
watching it, but
don't do it.
I've no, I know it's bad, so I never give it I never give it a watch.
The show is bad because it's just the writing. Uh, it's so weird. Like the show starts with the character fighting a zombie caterpillar, a giant zombie caterpillar, and it's like, what? What's going on? They do change up a lot of the things, like Wesker. They change up that now he has like kids, and I think one of the kids, there he was experimenting on his kid to make a formula vaccine or some bullshit like that. I don't remember because my brain has. I have like the show gave me like selective memory because it was so shit.
Mm.
Trust me
Yeah,
when I
I know.
say, man, it's not a good watch.
Yeah, I've heard. And now I never planned on giving it a watch.
And so, um, I don't recommend that show, but that's just an example. Like, hey, this is Netflix taking a beloved series. It wasn't really always known for the story. It's story for me in Resident Evil games are
No, they've always
secondary.
been cheesy. They've always been cheesy.
They're
But
cheesy. To me, they're secondary to the experience. The experience is the survival horror element to the game. That's what drives people and drives me to keep playing. Like the environments, the weapons, the moment to moment gameplay. Like that's a driving factor for me in the games. Story is like it's fine. It's whatever. Like Resident Evil 5 had an okay story. 6 even worse so. 7 was pretty good. I haven't played 8 yet. 2 was pretty good. But like I said, like yeah, I'm not playing those games for the story, so I feel like if you've got a game with a mediocre story, there's more potential because you've got more of a canvas to have a director have his interpretation of the show, add to it, embellish it, and make something decent. But obviously, it didn't happen.
mm-hmm.
Anyhow, moving on. So, Hogwarts Legacy.
Wait, before you talk about that,
Oh boy.
uh, you did bring up no, you did bring up about the whole Resident Evil show.
Hmm.
Resident Evil 4 comes out in like a week. I'm so excited about that. I was gonna play Ghost of Tsushima, but I mean, I gotta play RE4. I'm gonna play the remake.
Oh, that's a day one purchase for me. I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna pre-order it.
Yeah, I need to pre-order it. I need to do it soon.
I'm
I've been
gonna.
seeing like the reviews been getting like 10s,
Oh
like,
yeah.
and the lowest is like an 8. Like, bruh, this is about to be fucking amazing.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, sometimes reviewers are dummies. Like, there's
Yeah, they are, and I don't usually trust them, but I mean, the first impressions are always like a good thing. So,
absolutely. I mean,
I definitely was gonna buy it either way, even without like a
oh
good review.
yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
buy it.
That's why.
Because like I trust that besides like RE3 like the remake I wasn't a fan of that one, but RE2 fire, RE7A fire. I mean I wouldn't play RE8 again, but like all the Resident Evil they've done amazing. So like I have trust that like at worst RE4 the remake was gonna be good either way.
even 5 and 6.
Whatever the fuck. Um 5 is fucking amazing as a co-op game. It's like one of the best co-op games in my opinion.
It's a good third-person co-op shooter, but it's not a good
It's
survival
it's it's
horror
it's,
game.
it's so amazing. It's one of the best. So I loved it.
When you spam circle, Shelva, Shelva,
RE6,
Shelva.
yeah, that was definitely a trolley game. But no, it's definitely one of my favorite. I think I got platinum on that game. I love it that much.
I need
Um,
help.
yeah. RE6. I mean, we played it that one time. It was fun.
Did we
That'd be
beat the
more.
whole game?
That'd be more action oriented. Yeah, we beat all of it. I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit. Fuck yeah. Dude, I remember, I think my favorite moment of us playing that game was when I would invade other people's games
Yeah,
and
you
like
were
fuck up
the
their shit.
fucking. Yeah, you were that
Like
fucking dude that would
the
scream.
the
The
bloater, I guess.
bloater. Yeah,
Screamer, I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, you were just fucking shit out.
Dude, and I would like keep invading the same guy's game.
That shit's awful. The cog block mode. You fucking ruin their playthrough.
They just go
Uh,
offline.
yeah.
I'm ruining their
Um.
playthrough.
That's. I mean, RE6 wasn't even an RE game. It didn't feel like an RE game, but it was
No.
still fun. I liked it.
RE6 was like Gears of War.
The island. It's crazy. The movement in that game.
Dude, it was so.
You were like fuck. Everybody was fucking like sprinting.
Dude, sprinting. There was like, you could jump forward, there's rolls, there was back jumps. Like, dude, they had everything. You had a guy with like kung
Mm-hmm.
fu moves.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Troy
But
Baker.
oh yeah, that's right. Jake,
Yeah,
fucking Wesker's son.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, well, basically I'm excited for the remake. Definitely
Yeah,
gonna buy it day one and gonna play it day one when it
that,
comes
that,
out.
that's an easy day one purchase for me, which I don't do often. The last game I got day one was God of War. The game before that was Death Stranding. So that's multiple years of not buying a game. I guess you could count the Dark Pictures Anthology games, but those were going for $30, and they're pretty good experiences. Like they're pretty consistent in their games. Like Until Dawn, Man of a Dawn, Little Hope, House of Ashes have all been pretty fucking good. Like sevens and up. So I'm happy to give a $30 the day of because I want to see more of this. So I'm paying I'm kind of I'm voting with my wallet here when I don't do that often. So if we're talking about a full $60-$70 purchase, I don't make that often. So again, Death Stranding, God of War, and then RE7. I'm definitely gonna. Oh, sorry, RE4. I'm definitely gonna buy Dead Island 2. Day one, I'm gonna be buying that gold edition. And if I don't like it, if it's too buggy, I'm gonna sell that shit. There's been games I've bought in
Uh,
day one or first week, and I didn't like it. I fucking sold that shit.
mhm.
I don't. Dude, I'm not buying to anything unless
Yeah, physical copy that's smart just 'cause you could like sell them after.
exactly you could do offer up Facebook or you could go to GameStop and get fucking ripped off. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice
moving
20
on.
cents.
Yeah, 20 cents. Fuck. So moving on. So Hogwarts Legacy is a game. Uh, Hogwarts is a well. Harry Potter is a license that is very near and dear to my heart. Harry Potter, the very first game, Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone, was the very first game I've ever played on any PlayStation console. That was the first game I played on my PS1 back when my dad had bought it for us. He rewarded us PlayStation 1 and like one game of our choice because we got good grades. I was maybe second or first grade. This must have been like 2001, 2. At this point, the PS2 had already been out, but it's because just cheap, uh, just fucking clearance sell or whatever the fuck. He was like, hey, I'll get him a PS1. I'm glad he did. And so I chose Harry Potter. My sister chose a Disney racing game. And my dad went home with Rainbow Six. I believe it was the first one. And he came up with Resident Evil 1. And so this game was really the catalyst for me and my love of gaming. And so fast forward to 2023, I believe what's the developer's name? Is it Mammoth or I forget the name. Let me ask Google. Who developed Hogwarts Legacy? Avalanche Software. There we go. Avalanche Software releases Hogwarts Legacy, and immediately before the launch of the game, people were already bashing it. They're saying, "Hey, don't buy the game. You're supporting J.K. Rowling. She hates trans, LGBTQ people." And what do I say? If you ask me, what do I think about that? Easy. Fuck the haters, man. Fuck the haters. If you want to play the fucking game, play the fucking game. There's multiple routes you can take to play this game and not support the IP. But ultimately, if you choose to do a second-hand route, which would be offer up or having the game lent to you, you have to take the responsibility of knowing that you are not supporting the 300 plus team that developed the game. People who do not have perspectives of J.K. Rowling, people like you and me who are okay with trans people and gay people. So you have to make the moral choice. Do I give my $70, support the people who made this game for the past 4 years, and maybe have about maybe okay, let's say 5-10% of the revenue go to J.K. Rowling, who already has $1 billion, if not more, or do I go to GameStop, get it used, and support a bigger corporation or a private seller? It's up to you. But if if you let the opinion of a fucking social media trend dictate what you play and don't play, log off, dude. Log the fuck off. Either play the game or don't. Buy it secondhand or don't. It's up to you. But if you want to play the game, if the game is interesting to you, if you're a long time Harry Potter fan, play the fucking game. In this particular title, the world is the character. The world has always been the main character, the main driving force for me and this series. So again, you like the movies, you like the books, play the fucking game, dude. Don't let some fucking dumbass online tell you otherwise. But that's just me.
No, I mean, I don't really like talk about this shit, but um, I will say that um, just because I saw a good video about it, it was like I feel like like I know like J.K. Rowling does get royalties from these like products about like Harry Potter or whatever because she did create it or whatever, and she has said some ignorant stuff about it. But I feel like at the end of the day, um, if by not buying the game, it like not only does it fuck over like the developers or whatever that made it that have like no interest in J.K. Rowling that don't support her views or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also because kind of like it screws them over because it's like oh they don't want to make a flop or whatever because then it fucks it it fucks up the dev team that worked hard on it. But also if you don't buy the game and like say nobody buys it, makes 0 copies, it sells, she's still a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like this is like she probably had nothing to do with the game at all. She
No.
probably barely even knew like it existed.
They probably got the okay. That's it.
Yeah, she probably gave the okay, and then like probably now doesn't even know like oh there's a game about it. I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, it's coming out.
Um,
That the game that I okayed 4 years ago. Oh nice. That's good.
yeah, and there's like so much products about Harry Potter, Legos. There's some stuff. There's like Harry Potter stuff in it.
And no
I think
one
I think
says shit
I
about
think
those games.
I think there's some in Universal like Harry Potter stuff over there that it's like I mean I feel like doing that like doing that to the game it's like I don't I personally never agree. I've agreed because I feel like it doesn't really like hurt her in any way. You gotta like there's other ways to like to try to find to like screw her over. But I don't think a video game is the way to like go about it. It's
If
like
you keyboard warriors are that worried about people buying a fucking game, then how about you donate to the LGBTQ community? How about you support their businesses?
yeah, that's what
How about you spread a fucking word? And the game's a fucking 9 out of 10. It sold 12 million units, more units than I think Elden Ring sold in its lifetime, which is fucking an incredible metric. And I applaud the team Avalanche. They really give a fuck about that game. The game looks amazing. It has a great score. I'm super eager to play it at some point. It's not the game's not it's not on my priority list. That's like RE4, that's Mega Man, that's Dead Island 2. But at a certain point, like let's say the summer where it starts to get a little slow, I'll probably pick it up and give it a shot.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've never been into the Harry Potter stuff. So I'm personally not gonna buy it. But I mean, if the game's fun, game's fun.
I I was so in love with Harry Potter that I went as Harry Potter for Halloween at the age of let's say 6 or 7. And when we went to the Party City, they didn't have any glasses anymore. They were sold out. This is a peak of like those movies. They're fucking massive, right? They
Hmm.
had one cloak. They had a Gryffindor cloak. Took that. No wand, just a cloak. Sure, that's like the bulk of the costume. Let me take that. And so my family ended up doing is they just painted glasses on my face, big circles,
Oh.
big circles around my eyes, and they connected it. They gave me essentially like a unibrow, and then a lightning bolt, and that was my costume. And I
Basically Harry Potter.
and I had highlights in my hair
Where?
because my mom thought it was a good idea to give me highlights for some fucking reason.
I was gonna say, did Harry Potter have
No,
highlights? Or...
no, he's a regular English kid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I've never like personally have been like I don't think I've ever read a single like of the books or like the movies, but I know they're good. I don't know, never been. Actually I saw a little bit of the first movie, but not enough to say that I'm a Harry Potter fan for sure.
Right, Eric. What do you think about trans people?
Love them. I'll be real.
All right,
Like
no,
I
no, no,
mean,
no, 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 no. I'm gonna add that out. This might be our spiciest show ever. I'm gonna be honest with you, Eric. I'm gonna edit some of this shit out.
hey, do what you gotta do. Yeah.
Let me just put this in here so I can switch the words. Resident Evil. No wait, no. Resident Evil. Okay, cool. That's it. Okay, so aside from our future constellation, what else are you looking forward to this year, Eric?
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot to like mention the whole like uh yeah, well, okay, because we were talking about it before, like before the podcast. Uh, MK12.
Oh yeah.
So that happened. Basically, what went down and it happened through a tweet was I don't know who the fuck this guy was. Maybe he was an investor, a Warner Brother investor or something, because he was basically watching a Warner Brothers earnings call, which
Mm-hmm.
is like the people from Warner Brothers and the Warner Brothers games. They have an earning call. They talk to other investors, and they basically talk to the investors like, oh, every gaming company does this, where they like talk to the people that are investing into the company and telling them like, oh, here are our sales that we projected last year. This is our sales that we think we're gonna make. Um, they're talking about and then they started talking about like um we have two upcoming games this year that we're really excited that we expect to make like a bunch of sales, and that is Suicide Squad, and they said so the Suicide Squad game, and the highly anticipated MK Mortal Kombat 12, and that's where like the whole like tweet popped off because they were like, what?
Wow.
Like Mortal Kombat 12? Like no one's talked about it. Like no one's never like the team never even said about it like anything about it. But I guess it got leaked to the investor call because they're telling the other people like, oh yeah, look forward to these games that are coming out. So that's basically how MK12 got announced. It's just it got leaked through that.
Sounds like an old white guy who was a
Yeah,
bean
the
counter.
guy in the video. Yeah, the guy in the
Spoiled. Well,
video.
not spoiled. Leaked the game. Interesting. Wow. Good
Yeah,
job,
so
old
it
white
got
guy.
spoiled, and then the developer Ed Boon made a tweet about it, and he was like, so did you guys hear about that Injustice game? And it's like he obviously like is like joking around there. It's like, oh yeah, I know everybody knows already at this point. Uh,
Yeah.
so there hasn't been an official announcement or whatever, but uh, the fact that that was leaked through the investor call, I mean, it's basically confirmed pretty much. And it's weird that it's coming out this year because like there's no trailers, there's nothing that's come out. There hasn't been an announcement, and apparently this year it's gonna come out. It's like, oh shit. So I guess when they show a trailer or whatever, it's like, I mean, I guess in a couple months or some shit it's gonna come out. It's so weird that they're doing it like this, but they actually did it like this for MK11. So I guess it's not too weird.
Right. I'm just surprised that we haven't seen an Injustice game because the last entry they had was MK11, right?
Yeah, okay, so basically what they would always do was they did MK9, then they did Injustice 1, then they did MKX, and then they did Injustice 2, and then they did MK11, and then they told everybody like, you know what, we're gonna do things a bit differently because they would always bring out a new game every 2 years. Like
Mm-hmm.
if MKX came out, then Injustice 2 would come out like in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would always bring out like a new game like every 2 years, and they were like, we're gonna try to like stop doing that because it's like, you know what, it felt like, like the games would die quick because people are just already like, who cares, bring out the new game or whatever. So
Oh, I see.
they wanted to give more support to the game. So MK11 they gave like a lot of support for the game for a bit, and I guess now uh, instead of doing like Injustice 3 after MK11, I don't know. I guess people were thinking it was gonna be Injustice 3, but I don't know. I guess they wanted to do MK12 instead.
Hmm.
I was kind of excited for Injustice 3, but I mean MK12 is still like sounds interesting.
It's gonna be
I guess.
huge.
Yeah,
Uh,
like a lot of fighting games are coming out.
from what I heard about MK11 is that that game felt a little more like a live service. There's a lot of currencies. There's a lot of like microtransactions. So it's that those games are definitely hitting into their routes, and I don't know that's gonna be helping the game. Like,
The way they did the microtransactions is fucking bad.
tell me about
I
it.
mean, no, it was just like a lot of like to unlock like uh how do how do I say this? It was like there's certain special moves that you could get for your character. There's certain costumes that you could get for your character, like accessories or whatever. But they would charge you to like get it. You have to
Mm-hmm.
buy like crystals or whatever. You could unlock it, but the grind was so bad. It
Mm-hmm.
was so fucking bad. It's like it took a while to get some of these costumes, and it's like, and it was kind of like it was kind of like a loot box where it was kind of like you would just get random like accessories or whatever. So you would just get stuff that is like, man, I don't fucking want that. I'm like trying to get it for my character. So the game was very grindy in that way compared to like MKX. And they started acting like not acting. They started adding currency into the game or whatever, so you can like spend money, and it's like, I
Oh
can't.
boy.
So I don't know if they're going even more, they're gonna double down even more on MK12, but yeah, that's what people
It,
were complaining about. Well, like MK9 was had nothing to do with like currency, everything was like unlockable. You came into the game and it was very easy. Now they're like charging you and shit. It's like kind of whack.
well, if you look at Suicide Squad, which is a WB game that's coming out this year, it's a 2023 game,
Game got delayed, right?
got delayed due to the backlash
Yeah.
of the video from PlayStation at the State of Play. So a quick aside about that. There's not much the developer can do right now to fundamentally change
Yeah, they're
the
not
loop
changing the
of the
live
game.
service. They're not changing that. They can't change the live service about it. People were saying like, oh, you know what? They're gonna like make it so like you can play it like offline. You don't have to. It's not required in internet. But no, you can't do that. Like in a couple in a couple months. No way.
People are wondering
The game was built around like live service. You
exactly.
can't do it.
It's got what do you call it? DMR. Is that what it's called?
I think
The
it's yeah. I think they are.
So it's got DMR built in, and that's
And
like
they already have the battle pass is dead. I was like in the fucking menu. It's
the
like
battle pass has been leaked, multiple currencies has been leaked. Every
yeah.
character you have to level up individually. This
So
is
it's
the
like
makings.
you can't ignore like that it is a live service. It does require online.
Exactly, it requires online, and it's got multiple currencies, multiple characters to level up individually. This has the makings of a live service game. This is the kind of game that a developer wants you to buy and to essentially never stop playing.
Mm.
And those kind of games tend to fucking suck, with the exception of practically just Destiny. Even that game feels like a part-time job that earns you nothing but dry pussy.
Go for it, go.
So, so going back to my other point, the WB's 2023 game is Suicide Squad. That game has a lot of life service elements, and that's a co-op game. It's a story-driven co-op game. And so, what does that mean for MK? Because MK is a fighting game. You know, technically it's a versus mode. You could do maybe co-op. I don't know. So, what does that mean for the future of MK? For the future of Injustice? Like, are we going to be seeing a live service implementation on these future games?
I feel like Ed Boon's not that stupid. Um, like you know what, like I feel like a part of it has to do with Warner Brothers, I guess, that they're trying to like get into the whole like the Fortnite business or whatever, that they want to monetize more. They want to monetize more or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
also, Ed Boon is a cool dude. Like like he knows that obviously doesn't want to get like his game hated on or whatever. So um, I don't think they'd go like a live service feature or whatever, because but they do have like a like MK11 had like a lot of content that was like free, that was
Mm-hmm.
like it kept you invested into the game, that it was always like daily and weekly stuff to do for the game, that it definitely like earned you, like you felt like you earned the $60 that you spent or whatever.
Wait, did you
And it had
say?
a really good story.
Wait, you said it had daily and weekly challenges, or like tell me more about that.
Like there was always like something um there were like weekly challenges, like there would be like a tower mode of like fight the MK1 characters like in a row or whatever, and or like for like the holiday seasons, um like say it's for like fucking Easter, everybody would be like they would specifically put like bunny hats on like all of the characters, or like there was a big like zombie bunny in the background or whatever. Like
Hmm.
they would always add like challenges or whatever. So and those challenges would help you get currency, so, like to get them faster. So you can get like the augments or whatever. So there were always stuff to like come back and keep like revisiting the game for.
So it sounds like to me that the the MK was doing like events, like a summer event or like a
Yeah,
fucking Easter
they would.
event, Halloween event.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that those
Christmas
are
events. Yeah.
those again, like I was saying with Suicide Squad, the makings of a live service game.
In a way, but it's like um, I guess what I'm saying is like it didn't require like a battle pass or whatever. Like it didn't require it wasn't charging you or whatever. And these events were pretty fun. Um, that like I said, it would keep you busy to keep wanting to like come back to the game, which I feel like most fighting games don't have like the replay value that Mortal Kombat has. Like
Hmm.
most fighting games, it's like if you're not like into like trying to get better, or like you're not into playing online, it's like, I mean, there's not much shit you can do. Where
Hmm.
at least for these MK games or for Injustice, they have a really good story, and they have like a lot of single player content that like a lot of these games don't have. Like I said, like with Street Fighter Five right now, that like um I'm enjoying the game a lot, but like if you're coming for like a like single player content or whatever, like don't buy this game. Play like you're playing this shit to like play online to like fight others and to get better. It's like um it's I don't even know what. Well, I mean, I guess nowadays it has like a good enough content, but I mean, still, it's that's basically what it is. So, if you want like uh more content, MK always does that better.
Exactly, and I think it was either MK11 or 10 that had the first ever story expansion for a game, like a fighting game.
So what happened?
I think it was either MKX or 11 that had the first ever story expansion for a fighting game.
MK11, yeah, they added most of the story. It's really
It was
cool.
Aftermath, right?
Yeah, Aftermath, and they added new stages, new characters. What else did they add? Friendships. They added friendships to the game. Um, Wait, you know what that
Ooh,
is, right?
yeah, that's an old school thing. Like one of the
Yeah,
first.
yeah, where like instead of killing them, you give them like a teddy bear or whatever, like a cool animation. Yeah, they added a lot of stuff, and it was like just $20 extra instead of $30.
Oh,
So like
not
pretty
bad.
good. Yeah, for like a
Che-
full expansion.
It's cheaper than a season pass.
Yeah,
Typically
and they include
30.
like a story, characters, and all this shit. Like really good deal.
Good value, yeah.
Yeah.
So, considering all these things we just spoke about with WB, whether it be Suicide Squad, being very much a live service game, battle pass, multiple currencies, are you worried about the future of MK or NetherRealm's fighting games?
I don't know. I don't know how far they would go with like monetizing. Like I said, I feel like Ed Boon understands and like cares about his fans a lot. That
All right.
he wouldn't let it get it too drastic. But then again, it is Warner Brothers, so I don't fucking know.
It's fair enough. All right, so I'm gonna play this contest again. Um, I don't think anyone will. Who knows if this is the second shot? If this is the try
I'm,
that
I'm,
gets someone to play the fucking game, but I'm giving away a fucking game. You share the fucking show. You just tag me in it. I'm adding new rules because no one's watching this. So the only way I'm gonna have someone watch this is if they just share the video, share the channel, refer it to a friend, and then send me a little screenshot or just tag me and say, hey, I want the fucking code. I'll give you the code. But since no one has claimed it, it's still up and available. It's a code for the PS5 or PS4 version of Tales of the Borderlands. This is the
oh
first
my
entry.
god! Holy shit!
This is
I thought you said it was like the console was like for a PS5. I was like fucking comment on that
woo.
video. I was gonna like comment on that shit real quick. I was gonna put like your fucking YouTube like account like the notification on like oh shit I'm in there.
Eric, you already have a PS5.
I could get another one.
That's
Fuck.
true. That's true. Oh, you're gonna be a scalper now?
That would be a scalper.
Damn. Well, no one has claimed the game. Um, if you want to know how to win the fucking game, just it's like a $20-$30 value. Just share the show or the channel or a clip and tag me in it and say you this is your entry for the contest and you win. First place wins.
Cause if y'all don't do it, I will.
Yeah. Honestly, if no one claims it between now and the 17th episode, then I'm just gonna give it to Eric, and we'll fucking talk about the game. I
Alright,
mean,
I'll take it.
I feel like Eric's gonna start having me like give away better and better stuff, just so I can just give it away to him.
Yeah, just give me the prize at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. That'll do it for this episode of the show. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening to the takes, and you can find Eric at
Take the prize or I'm taking that shit. I mean for real.
yeah, exactly. Like it's a good game. It's the funniest
Do y'all
Telltale
want me to
game.
win? I know you guys don't want me to win.
Exactly. So you can find Eric at night slash place the I with the one on Twitter, Instagram, PSN. You can find me at Pliskin Plays on anywhere from Twitter to YouTube, Twitch, PlayStation, what have you. And you guys can see more clips. I will be uploading clips now of the show. I'm going to be chopping it up via topic. I keep saying this, but I'm going to start doing it for real this episode. I'm going to be chopping it up, make it a little
Yeah,
more
I
digestible.
like that people. I like that people when people do that for like the podcast or whatever. They had like chapters, so you could just skip to what part you want to like go to.
Oh, I'm going to figure that out because I want to know how to do that because that's very handy. But
Yeah, so you don't have to like you know what part you want to get it to like of a podcast instead of like having to skim through.
exactly. And then I'm going to do the chapters thing. I'm going to look into it. And then also do the clips thing because a clip is shorter. People have shorter retention. So if I can hook them with a single clip, they'll watch another, and then eventually they'll just watch an entire episode. Maybe. So we'll see. Until then, though, we'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See
That's
ya.
it, man. We got it.
Loading.
Oh shit. How's my mic? Is my mic sensitivity really high? Test, 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 test.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, I should scale it back. Test, 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 test. Test.
Bit better.
Test, 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 test. How's that?
Okay, damn, that's fucking my ear. Holy shit, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad.
Oh my bad.
Oh my god, dude, my quality. What, are you using a different mic? Is it going
No,
better?
dude. No, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just changing the gain or the sensitivity of the mic.
Oh my god, it sounds like you're fucking using a mic from like the 1996 or some shit. That's
Fuck.
bad.
From the year I was born. All right, test,
That's
test.
bad.
Shit, my bad.